Hey everybody, this is Threshold Training's at-home workout for today, April 3rd, Friday. Today's workout involved two different parts. We're going to start with a bit of strength and stability work up front, and then we're going to get into some fun dumbbell complex with running at the end. It's a little bit of an endurance workout, and a bit of a mental workout too. Now you have to think during it. So, for the first part, we're going to go through 4 sets. You're going to do 8 per arm of a dumbbell Birddog Row, and then you're going to go into 60 steps of a farmer's carry. So Birddog Row will be on the floor or it can be on a bench. You're going to hold the dumbbell in one hand, the opposite leg, so in this case, because the dumbbell is in my right hand, the opposite leg will be my left. It'll be straightened out like so. So you only have 2 points of contact on the floor. You're going to row the dumbbell towards your pants or shorts pocket and then lower back down, like so. You do all 8 on one side and then you'll switch. It's important to note that the leg that's extended, the goal isn't trying to get it all the way up towards the ceiling. It's just to reach it out backwards as best as can. That way we don't introduce an excessive curve in the spine as we go. Okay. So 8 and 8 there. Then we're going to grab 2 weighted objects. They can be offset. So you can have 2 different weighted dumbbells. You can have 2 buckets full of water, 2 buckets full of bricks, 2 suitcases, 2 backpacks, whatever you can use around your house to fill up with load. Use that. 2 sandbags even, 2 bags of sand, something like that. You're going to do 60 steps of a farmer's carry. So that's 60 total, not 60 per leg. If you don't have room to walk 60 steps, you can just march in place 60 times or march over or hurdle or some riser that's about 4 or 6 inches off the floor over laterally. You can also do 30 total stair steps if you have a stair. Okay, with the 2 objects in both arms. We'll then take a 1-minute rest. We'll go through 4 sets total between those 2 movements, the Birddog Row and the farmer's carry. From there, we'll go to our sweaty portion for the workout. It's 15 minutes to accumulate as many rounds as possible. This following body of work is 1 round. You will do 100 meters of running or rowing. You can also ski or bike. You can also do about 30 seconds of jump roping. Either one is acceptable. This run or row is really to break up you doing the dumbbell or barbell complex. Okay, so we're looking for this pace to be manageable for multiple rounds. This is also should not be a just kind of walk in the park type pace. Okay, you should still be moving during that 100 meters, but it shouldn't be a max out effort. Okay, something in between max out and very slow jog. Okay, something repeatable. Then for the complex, if you are doing this with a dumbbell, with 1 dumbbell, you're doing the around the world complex. If you're doing it with a barbell, you'll be doing the bear complex. It's important to note that whether or not you're doing the barbell or the dumbbell complex, you are not combining any of the movements. Okay, so all the movements will be separate. You can't combine them. That's the one condition for these complexes. So I'll demonstrate what I mean here. If you're doing the dumbbell version, you will be starting on your right arm. You could start on the left arm, but for demo purposes, I'll start on the right. Right arm, I'm going to perform 1 deadlift. Even though it doesn't say, it is implied that you will do 1 hang power clean to bring the dumbbell up to your shoulder. You will then perform 1 front squat, then 1 shoulder to overhead. You may push press or push jerk. Then you will switch arms by bringing the dumbbell down to the shoulder or down to the waist. You may not switch arms overhead, okay, for safety reasons. So bring the dumbbell down, switch over to the left, and do 1 shoulder to overhead, bring it down, 1 front squat, bring it down, 1 deadlift. So, at the completion of going from right to left, with the last movement being the deadlift, you will then restart the complex and go back to the right arm. So, right to left and left to right is 1 rep. Okay? So, as part of a round, completing the 100-meter run or row plus the 1 rep right to left and then left to right equals 1 round for the 15-minute AMRAP. So complete both. If you're doing the bear complex, you were doing 2 complexes before going back to the run or row. If you're doing the dumbbell again, it's just 1 time through there and back before you go back to the run or row. So make sure you know that. Another thing to note is, let's say I'm going through the complex, I've done it, I've switched, I come down, I perform that deadlift. On the left side, you then have to perform another deadlift in order to begin the start of the next go through, so from left to right. Okay? So, just to demonstrate that real quick, I'll go deadlift, hang power clean, front squat, shoulder overhead, I switch, shoulder overhead, I come down, front squat, then I come down, deadlift, hey, that's right to left, now I'm starting my left to right, so I do deadlift, hang power clean, my front squat, and a shoulder overhead, come down, switch, shoulder overhead, front squat, come down, lower down to the ground, perform my deadlift, lower back down, run. Okay. So, there, back. And that's the workout. Oh, for if you're doing the bear complex, remember you cannot combine movements, so you will be doing a deadlift, a hang power clean, a shoulder overhead, come back down on the back squat, shoulder overhead, and then come back down and over. So no thrusters, no squat cleans, and you're just breaking up the movements.
So out of breath.
Whew, out of breath. So, movement-wise, what we'll be looking for the deadlifts, we're making sure the shins are vertical. We're coming to full extension of the hips and the knees. Then for the hang power clean, we'll bend the knees and hips, jump, and we'll land with hips and knees bent. We'll stand tall before going into the shoulder overhead. Then, keeping our torso vertical, we will push the knees out, down and to the side, and we will finish overhead with the weight stacked over our body before we switch sides. Okay? And that's what we will be looking for those movements. During the front squat, that I did not demonstrate, okay, so good for you for catching me for not front squatting. We'll be looking for the hip crease to go below parallel, okay, and our shoulders will stay above our hips, so we're not squatting with chest low. Chest stays high, knees go out and to the side. Okay, that is Friday's workout. Have fun, get outside, and enjoy it all.